What is going on? Bitcoin, April 24th. Let's see what the charts have in store for us. It's been a wild one. H-bar going absolutely bonkers. Who would have thought? And now let's take a look at the Bitcoin price. So as you can see right here, we got the volatility up. And we can see Hedera is at 47%. Absolutely buck wild. If we want to go and look at H-bar, well, we were talking about it yesterday. It is the topic of discussion, and as you can see, H-bar has definitely pumped and dumped on everyone's head. Okay, so we were saying we would get up to around $18, and we got to 18.5 cents, sorry, not $18, and you can see it has come back down to reality to retest the highs. Can we see continuation here? We'll have to wait and see. We were looking for it to come back to 11.6 yesterday on the live stream. And if you're new here, we go live Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, bringing you guys all the alpha we can, trying to go over Bitcoin and all your favorite altcoins. So join us there. We also have a free Discord, okay? And that Discord is full of absolute fire traders with signals, with levels, with ideas, and lots of good banter, and not that typical kind of crew that just talks a lot of smack. Okay, we're here to help and here to grow together as traders, helping traders. That's what we're all about here. So let's go into Bitcoin. What do we got? We got some sort of wedgie thingy going to the upside. Okay, very, very simple. We've had our sell wall here. This is our sell wall that we know that we need to get above. Okay, and why is this important? This is a golden pocket of the of the micro kind of macro range in the middle there of this range, right? So we're banging up our heads on the top of the ceiling, and we don't seem to be able to break through. The more times we bang, though, the easier it's going to be. And you can see we've had 3 tries here, but 3 tries can indicate a potential reversal. Okay, so let's watch the lower low here, if in case this morning we do come down, retest, and come back down to our target around 63,800. Okay, that is my target for a retrace if we do retrace. However, we can go up. There is liquidity above us that we are prepared to trade as well. So we'll get into the near and dear levels after we go through the top-down analysis, as we always do here. So thank you guys for being here and supporting the channel. If you don't mind, subscribe if you're new. Smash that like button and hang out with us every evening at 3 p.m. So looking at this, let's get rid of all of our squigglies on the charts, and let's take a look at what's going on here. So we can see that we're basically in a range. That's pretty obvious, right? However, when we are getting a green dot printing on a Wednesday, which is a hump day, to the upside. So hopefully we can get that VWAP crossover, as we see right here, to the upside with the green dot confirmed throughout the day. Okay, this is a positive look. We are looking for this on our 3-day. You can see our 3-day right here. Printing of a green dot. Can this bounce? We've been talking about this bounce since last week. Since if we could come all the way down, bounce off the 0 line with the VWAP crossover, we were talking about that here. Okay, so we're preparing ourselves. We're trying to foresee the future and trying to prepare ourselves so we can see if money is going to come back, which it seems to be flattening out and coming back into the market. So going into the daily, what do we got on the daily? Now, we were talking about this yesterday, how the daily is cooling off on our momentum and VWAP. Okay, so our momentum, we've crossed the 0 line, which is a great sign. Okay, this can continue. However, right now, I would look for the VWAP to start posturing to the upside. So we want to see it either cook down and then pop up, or some flattening and continuation. Okay, that's what we're looking for the rest of the day. Beautiful, beautiful gap being filled here. Stochastics and RSI working together with a lot of room to the upside. Okay, this is all looking quite bullish to me, especially with the ramping of the money coming back in. Okay, the money coming back in is indicative of a push in. Okay, very nice move. Nonetheless, we prepare as best as we can. So going into the 12-hour, what do we see for today? Today we can see that we have gotten such a thing as this curvature here, and the flattening out of the VWAP. Very good sign, and money coming back in. For me, we backtest this yesterday on the live, and you can go back to any of these spots in this bull run where we are going from the red to the green, okay, red to the green, And we have absolutely ripped after. Okay, it was a matter of a week or two, and I think it was an average of 7 days. Okay, after we've crossed over here into the green, we tend to eventually get up and going. Okay, so you can see a little stall out on this one, right, and then up and going. So that's what we'd be looking for eventually with Bitcoin if it does want to play the same one. It took a little while to get going, but once it did, off and going. So a little sign of potential pump incoming within a week or two. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, I keep saying, oh, but we could dump. Okay, well, yeah, of course we can, right? So the thing is, a lot of people are going long right now. So a lot of people are, long, right? And the thing is that these people who are late to the party, I believe that they want to come and grab those longs before continuing onwards and upwards. Okay, that's just a thought. It's not. I'm not no fortune teller. We don't have a fortune teller. We try to put the probabilities in our favor. Now we were talking about the 4-hour Stegosaurus back. So you got the Stegosaurus back over here, and you can see eventually that you make a higher high and a lower low, right? So you get one of these where it comes back to the head of the Stegosaurus, if that's the head or the butt, whatever you want to call it, with its pointy tail. But you can see here that eventually you get a bearish divergence, okay? Lower lows, higher highs. That's what we were looking for. We haven't got that higher high yet. So could we see a pump and then dump? Absolutely. Could we see this little mini flag here break and roll to the downside? Yes. Could we see a break to the upside? Yes. Okay. So how do we trade this then? We're caught in the middle, because if we zoom out and we look at this, we are in the middle of the range. We simply pull our volume profile across the whole range, and we can see that we are stuck in the middle with you. And the most likely spot that we fall down to is this volume node right in here. You see the shelf, 63,800, okay? There's also a fair value gap here. There's also a money flow point of control in this area. So for me, that's the most likely area. You can see here we got a high money flow point of control, this big order block here, and of course we have liquidity down here, but do we go all the way down? I'm not quite sure. You can see it got bottomed up quite quick, so patience will prevail nonetheless. Okay, so let's jump into the nitty gritty. You can see the 4-hour curving over. Money's still pretty thick. Okay, so that's a good sign. That is a good sign. You can see we do have this wedge here holding support, price coming back down. So one thing to keep watch for is, I'm not trading within this zone, possibly shorts at the top, but you don't want to fight that rip, right? That rip's going to absolutely destroy you. So make sure that you are using a stop loss when you enter a short on any of these, because we know that it can just go pop, right? Look at H bar, pop, right? So you want to be using a good stop loss. You're in the middle of a range. Maybe it's time to wait and set the trap. So that's what we do here, is we set the trap. We wait for price to come to us. And we can see we're also in this rising wedge, sort of breaking down right now. You could adjust this accordingly to suit your fancy, but you can see we are somewhat breaking out of it right now. We could adjust this a little bit, but that'd be kind of cheating, right? We don't want to overemphasize trend lines. Okay, trend lines are great. They give you an idea of where price is being respected, but nonetheless, I'm not going to base my full trading thing off of a trend line. We like Market Cipher here, and if you're new here, we do have a sponsor link where you get 20% off on Market Cipher. Okay, so we do have a code, and we also have a partner here, BloFin, which is our preferred exchange here, and you can support the channel because everything's free here. So we would really appreciate if you support the channel by using BloFin. And obviously, we give you guys the amazing free Discord all the time. So you get trade setups from Kyle. Brewberry does a morning trade session. So if you want to learn some smart money concepts or things like that, he's always teaching every morning, and I always share my levels and possible trade setups. Lunar Beaches has his own channel. He's sharing all his stuff as well. And Schaefer, the Modder Otter Sheriff, the man, the myth, the legend himself, always sharing great ideas and great charts to really give yourself something to look at. And then obviously we're winning, okay? And that's the most important thing. We're traders helping traders, making money together. So join us and help out the channel if you so want to. Now, let's get into the nitty gritty. We got some key levels, some key areas. So what can we see? We got a little bit of a pennant here. We got the support line coming up here. We have the order blocks down here. So we put up our areas. We got Fibonacci golden pockets. We got order blocks. We got volume. Okay, so the first order of business, I think, if we do come down, is to retest the highs here. I do believe we would come here, probably come back up to that trend line and then continue downwards or just bounce from here. Okay, but that would be this idea down here where we come back, retest these highs here, which is a local golden pocket. A local, are you local? Okay, a local golden pocket. And then you can see this one down here. We go down to the next leg, and you can see there is another one, and then down, I believe from this one here. Yes. So multiple levels, and then this one down here that we are looking to trade. Let's adjust that, make it a little bit more accurate as per usual. So we look for a reaction of price within these levels. Now we also have all these lines. So these lines are pulled from where our volume and support and resistance are. So the volume and support and resistance in confluence with golden pockets is a banger of an area to be looking, okay? So not only are we looking at these boxes, but we're looking at the levels in red on the right-hand side here. I know my big-ass head's in the way. If you do want to screenshot it, prepare. 3, 2, 1, move my head. My head is moved, all right? I got you. Don't worry. I got you. Don't worry. Maybe I shouldn't even show my head. We got the Alex O Crypto shirt on today. Look at that. Alex O Crypto. Okay. So we look for reactions of prices. We got our big sell wall up here. We have a golden pocket above us right here. And then we have a very key volume node, 70,000 psychological level that we are looking for a possible rejection on. Okay. So keep these in mind of when you're trading where we're looking for price action, okay? Make sure to add them to your charts. Now, in the nitty-gritty, what are we looking at on Market Cipher? Going over to Market Cipher, we can see that we are getting, this wedge kind of rejection here with an anchor trigger. So this could be pushing us down right now, but we seem to be holding quite well. Money is green. So let's hold our horses here, right? I'm possibly looking for a little bit of a pump, trying to push up and break through, right? So we could look for that push out, a retest of these highs, and then the continuation for today, okay? Because we got confluence with our daily and our 3-day, suggesting that probably by tomorrow that we're going to push up, okay? Look at our 3-day. We were anticipating the green dot. We got our green dot. Dailies posturing downwards, but stochastics to the upside, money's coming in. We got momentum waves crossing over. 12-hour pushing up, still room to go, bouncing off the 0 line, looking good. 4-hour Stegosaurus back, could push one more time, creating that bearish divergence to actually bring us down. Okay, if we lose this trend line, we could look for the retest coming back up and continuing down as well. So if we do lose this, we put in a lower low, then we come back, and then we continue, right? So we could look for that as well. Just setting ourselves up for any possible situation today. We want to set the trap. We don't want to trade in the middle of a range, right? We want to either short from the tops or long from below, right? And hopefully we got those areas in lock so that we can definitely prosper from these areas. So overall, what am I looking for today? I'm looking for a little bit of sideways consolidation. I was definitely looking over at total 3. We can see that the altcoins are starting to push back a little bit. So maybe there's some room to get some altcoin trades and hopefully break up above these levels that we looked at yesterday. But overall, patience will prevail. Futures looking okay. East Bitcoin pairing pumping up, which is a good sign as well for Ethereum and the other markets. Also, S&P pushing back, okay? V-shaped recovery looking good. Dixie does look like it did fail to break out of this downwards trend line. Hopefully, it's creating a downwards trend line right now, so risk on is coming back to play. Okay, much love to every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Much love to you guys, and I will see you later this evening. Peace.
enthusiast.